Letting them in. Okay. Mute everybody. And then. Hello. How's everyone doing? We'll just give a few minutes for everyone to get in the chat, get settled. How's it going? We got quite a few people here today. How's it going? So if you are new to us, please let us know where you're joining from. Put it in the chat. Let us know where you currently reside. We can. Awesome. How's it going, everyone? So if you are new to this, awesome. Okay, we got about 400 people in. Um, Real quick, if you can. This is really weird. Is that? No, they're good. They won't be able to do it again. That's all right. All right, we'll give it like one more minute and then we'll kick it off. If you can, put where you're joining us from in the chat so we know where you guys connecting to us with, where you're connecting to us from. Are we global today? We got, Virginia, I see you. Somebody from Manhattan, New York. All right. Japan. What time is it in Japan? It's probably really early. I appreciate you for being here. Germany. Shout out to United Kingdom. United Kingdom's in the building. Oh yeah, we're definitely global. That's awesome. Awesome. Okay, so for those who don't know us or know what we do, my name is Jay Salters. I'm the founder of Act Now Education. Uh, I have the host that does the most, AB Anwar. He's the one who runs orientation. Today is a special day because we have quite a bit in store for you. Today we're going to talk about some programs and what we do as a 501c3. We're a nonprofit. We focus on the military community, providing free resources. And so everything that we offer is at no cost to the military. And so we want to make sure that folks get the value um, of the resources that are out there. And so I'm a volunteer. Everybody on the team is a volunteer. None of our paid staff. We are strictly here to support the military community. So we're not trying to sell you anything. There's no gimmicks. There's no catches. There's none of that. I am currently still active duty. I've been in the military for 20 years, just hit 20. And this is something that we just felt is needed. So today, we're going to cover a program, the Hilton Honor Program. We have the director that runs that program, Lori Adams, on the line, so she'll talk. We'll go into our big reveal on why this is important for you to know this information and all the line effort that my team's kind of put together for the military community. This is probably the biggest offer we've ever did, just to let you know. For those who do know, it's related to the MIC. And then after that, we're going to go into understanding job opportunities. We have vet jobs on the line as well. So, Lori, are you here? Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to pan over to you, Lori, and you can talk about the program. And then please save your questions to the end of what Lori has. That way, if you have any questions pertaining to it, just listen to everything she has to say first, and then we'll follow up. Cool? Sounds like, okay. You got it, Lori.
That where a hotel corporation is offering these points. Now, where it can get a little confusing, again, I apologize for my voice. That's what 2 days of coughing does to you. Um, it is currently available in 31 states. We're getting ready to add a 32nd. But if you don't happen to live in one of those states, or if you're living, I noticed there are people from Japan and Bahrain on this call, we can still make that happen for you to get you points. There's just a little more work that happens on my end to do that. But really, what this program does, as I said, offers you up to 100,000 points, and that's in your lifetime. So we know that the price of doing business has gone up substantially. So 100,000 points doesn't go as far as it used to, but depending on the Hilton property, it can be 200 to 300 nights in that property. So what it does, what it is that Hilton's only requirement, their requirement, and I'll get into some other requirements, but Hilton designed this program to offer eligible individuals those nights. I'm sorry.
1 second. Sorry.
Eligible.
Yeah, it's okay. Thanks. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. No problem. I've been on a lot of these calls. Hilton offers this to people who are engaged in employment related activities. And what does that mean? That means that they have a job interview. They are going to a career event or a hiring event like what you have planned. And I've heard from Jay about what's going on. So those kinds of activities. It also can help people who are transitioning from the military, and maybe they're living in Norfolk and they need to move to San Diego. Everyone would think it'd be a lot better for that individual if they're driving across the country in a minivan with a dog and 3 kids in the car. Be a lot better to stay in a hotel along the way than sleep on the side of the road. It can also help people who have transitioned and have found a new job after leaving the military, and they're starting a new job, they're moving to a new community, and they're looking for a place to live. So that's considered an employment-related activity. Now, what isn't an employment-related activity is a vacation, or just needing to getting away from the kids or something for the weekend. Believe it or not, I've had people come right out and tell me that they want their points so that they can go on vacation. That's not what this is for. This is for employment related activities. And that's what Hilton's requirement is. Then what they have done is given the states the authority to set some additional eligibility parameters. So some of the states are extremely flexible, and some of the states have stricter rules. I can't really get into what each state's eligibility criteria are, but there are a few states that do require individuals to either be living in or moving to that state to be eligible to receive the points. Now, why does that matter? Why is it different that there's different states? This is really a state-driven program at the end of the day, and those, no matter where you get your points, you can use them anywhere. But the thing is that you have to receive the points from one of the participating states. And so we always want to try and connect you with either the state where you're currently living or the state where you might be planning on moving to. So I get a lot of requests for points from people that say, I heard about the points, I want them, what do I have to do? Well, it's not an entitlement program. You do have to prove eligibility. And to be eligible, you have to be either a veteran, a transitioning service member, or a military spouse. Now, of the 31 states I mentioned, there's 3 that don't offer points to spouses, but the other 28 do. I know this sounds a little confusing, but really at the end of the day, it's not. The person who runs this program, my goal is to screen people into the program, not out. So, we want you to receive these points. As I said, there's a lifetime limit on how many you can receive, but the points don't expire. So we do want you to use them. So once you receive the points, please do use them, but don't feel that you're under the gun in terms of, I have to use these in the next 3 months, or I have to use these within 2 weeks of getting them. Nothing like that at all. So how does this work? Essentially, you're talking to the right person, or the right person is talking to you, I guess. All you need to do, if you're interested in learning if you could get these points, is to send an email to hiltonhonors@naswa.org. And I can put that in the chat before I leave today. So when you send me an inquiry about the points, tell me your name. You can tell me what, if you're a Navy vet or an Army vet, or you're getting ready to leave. You do not have to tell me what your Hilton Honors account number is. I will tell you that you have to have one, because you have to have a place for the points to go. But give me your name, just a little bit about, if you're currently serving, getting ready to transition out. Tell me where you live right now. And if you're planning on moving, tell me where. And the reason I am asking that, excuse me, is I want to connect you with one of the states who can then authorize the points and for you. So I'm trying to connect you with one of the states, and I need to connect you with either where you are now or where you're planning on going to. And that's really all I need to know. I don't need to know that much more about you, just your name, a little bit about your service. Are you in? Are you still serving? Are you out? Where do you live? Where are you planning on going? And lastly, if you can tell me, I'm going to this career event, or I've got a job interview, or I'm moving. So the state, when you send me that information, what happens next? Well, if you send me all of that, it'll go a lot faster. So if you send me that, I'll look at where you live, what you're planning on doing, and then I will connect you with one of the appropriate state that matches either where you live now or where you're planning on going. And I will forward your email to them. I will copy you on it. So you will have the email address for the person that you'll be working with to get your points. That person will follow up with you. There's a one-page application form. It's really simple. They're going to ask you your military branch. They're going to ask you what your Hilton account number is. They're going to ask you, were you officer and enlisted, and what do you need the points for? And it's really just a bunch of check boxes. So it's super simple. But you need to, and then what happens is they'll be in touch with you. They'll get your application. They'll determine if you're eligible or not. If you're not eligible in their state, they'll either connect you with another state that might work for you, or they'll let me know what's going on. Because as I said, I try to screen people in. So I will either find another state that will be willing to assist you, even if you don't live there. At the end of the day, I can assist you, even if, and that's the last case scenario. We really want to get you connected with the state where you're planning on going to. Now, you have to have a Hilton Honors account. If you don't have one, it's really easy to get one. You basically can call. I've got actually a one pager that I'll stick in the chat or send to Jay that has all that information on there. But you need to have an account because the points have to go somewhere. And once the points are in your account, they're there for you to use. Now, my cautionary note is never, if you're planning or hoping to use Hilton accounts points, this program's at points for your travel, do not book the travel until the points are in your account. Because if you do that, or if you do the travel and you stay in the hotel and counting on Hilton to pay for it after the end of the day, it's not, they won't do that. They will not pay for points. They will not pay for travel that's already happened. You have to wait until the points are in your account, and then they're there for you to use. Now, if you have a spouse or a partner and they are traveling with you at the same time, they may be eligible to get 100,000 points themselves, but they will also need to have their own Hilton Honors account because the points have to go into their account separately. Hilton will not put their points into your account. So there has to be an account for each person that could potentially be using the points for the travel. Now, the points are only available for you and a partner or a spouse. They're not available for any other family member or child or anyone else that might be living in your household. So maximum really of 200,000 points, 100 per individual. Like I said, there's 3 states that don't do the spouse. I've asked them why they don't do it, and they have had no really, I'll say, good reason or any reason at all. So don't do the travel until you have the points in your account, and you will know the points are in your account because you will get an email directly from Hilton Honors that lets you know they're there. So
And
you will.
Lori, quick question for that: if the spouses are at a state that do not have the program, do they just are they still eligible? I mean, I know you said that if there's no state that covers it, you have a workaround for that. But do they still apply? Hello.
We have workarounds. Let's just say we have a workaround.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I'd rather make it happen than not.
Okay.
So It's a very good question. Doesn't happen that often. So, but if they're not, I can figure something out.
Okay.
Yeah, good question. The other thing
I'm
I
on a
was going to say
call.
is there are, there's no recoupment in this program. No one's, if you get the points and then discover that you didn't need to use them, you do not have to pay them back. You can still use them for, maybe you'll have another
Daddy's on a
employment
Zoom
related
call.
activity coming up, or because another reason you can use them is for training needed to get or keep a job. I know there's a lot of people that are going to some aviation conference in Fort Worth coming up next month. There are people that are going to school right now to get their air transport certification so they can work for commercial airlines. So that kind of training can come up as well. But you will get the notification. The points are in your account. That means they're there for you to use. They're not transferable. You can't give them to your friends. You can't donate them to anyone else. They're there for you to use. I've had a number of requests lately from people that are on active duty and want to know if they can get them when they're PCSing because they're moving and they need to find a place to live. The answer to that is no. This is an employment related program. You don't have to actually have you can get the points and use them for that employment related activity, such as either a career event or a job interview. Just important for you to realize that the maximum
Can you please be quiet?
in your lifetime is 100,000 points. Once you get those, you're done. We cannot give you any more. And that is Hilton's policy. It isn't up to me. Like I said, the
I'm
points
on a call.
don't expire. I think that's
Lauren, quick question, Lauren. So for those who are transitioning, so do they have to be transitioning? Is there a limitation? So if someone's 4 years out of transitioning and they want to go to a hiring event or something like that, can they utilize it for that or no?
um, that's a great question. This program is for veterans transitioning. And as I said, in some cases, spouses, and in some cases, people that are still in a National Guard or Reserve component. So if you're 5 years out, 20 years out, and you're maybe making a career change, you're still potentially eligible for points. It is not just for transitioning.
Please put
So
a 1 in the chat if everyone heard that. We just typically do this so we make sure people are tracking.
yeah, let's see if I can here, I'm going to put it, let's see, to everyone. I'm going to put that in the chat.
Okay. And if you can give me a second, Laura, I'm going to switch over to what we want to announce, and then we can answer questions, and then we'll switch it over to vet jobs. But give me
Yeah.
1 second. So the reason why we're talking about this is because I don't know if you guys can see it. Give me 1 second. Is because we have an upcoming event at the MIC. There we go. And so we are going all out. Now Education is going all out at the MIC. If you've never heard of what the MIC is the Military Influencer Conference, and it's specifically focused on the military community. It has a lot of opportunities. You're meeting folks from industry, supporters, donors, military-related folks, military spouses, veteran transition service members, doesn't matter who it is. They're all there to pretty much go in one location and network, build, and provide opportunities. We are specifically doing a How to Land Your Dream Job event there. And so this is free. Now, the MIC is not free, but it is free through Act Now Education. And the dates are November 7th through the 10th, and it's in Las Vegas. And so this is going to be How to Land Your Dream Job. And then the next day is going to be an employer hiring event. And we're going to have a massive amount of employers there to do hiring on the spot as best as we can so that we can help the military community land jobs. That is our focus. And so this is our big announcement. And this is what we've been working on. The team has been working on this. The site is connected. If you go to the actnoweducation.org site, you'll see the information in here. I'm not going to go too much over this, but a lot of the information is in there, but I'm going to talk about what we're specifically doing. This is open to anyone that can attend. And so essentially you get a free ticket, and you get to, if you can use the Hilton Honors points, you can utilize that to stay at the hotel there. And there's one particular hotel that we recommend because we already did the math. It makes sense. You don't have to pay out of pocket, and you can do it. The only other thing you have to worry about is your to and from. So how you get there is how you get there, but we got everything else covered. You do have to pay $119 to reserve your ticket. When you get to the MIC, because we're Act Now, we don't take your money. We don't want your money. We're going to give you your money back. We just want to make sure that you're attending. And so it's $119, but the day that you show up, when you show up to our booth, you get refunded. So there's no cost. But that's just allow us to let you know that, okay, this person reserved the ticket. This person is actually attending, and we're moving on. So Act Now is still free, and we always will be free. The thing that we're going to do to build up this is not just provide you with, here's the date, we're going to talk about some items and topics. No, we're going to go in. So we have an awesome panel that's going to be talking about how to land your dream job. And a lot of these folks are in employment segments that can help you, right? And that's the first focus. But the build up to that, if I can scroll down a little bit more, the build up to that is we're going to be doing a series each week with the group that signs up. And I'm bringing talent from all over. So we really want to get to what's the reason you're having issues with trying to land a job. If you haven't landed a job, how to identify opportunities. The stuff that we put together, I promise you, will get you a lot closer to landing an opportunity than you just trying to fish and do it yourself. Network, having the right individuals, understanding what you're trying to do, and understanding the gaps that's out there is what's going to help you. And so that's why we're doing this. And like I said, this is all free. There's no cost to this. But if you sign up for the MIC, you sign up through us, you will automatically go into our system, and then we'll send you information. You'll join our Facebook group, and we'll send information related to that. And it's a separate Facebook group that you'll be joining for this. Like I said, there's no catch from us. All we want to do is be able to help people land jobs, because we know how hard it is, how the economy is. We know that stress that comes along with that, and we know how it affects people's families, especially if they haven't been able to find a job. So if you're a military spouse that's been looking for jobs and no one wants to pick you up, let us be your conduit. Let us be the resource that you utilize. If you're a vet that's just trying to figure out a better job, let us help you. And so all of this stuff that we're putting together is for the military community, and we're trying to do our best by putting all our resources together to make sure that you get what you need. And that's the reason why we say this. And there's also some added benefits to going through it. We're going to be giving away a lot of certifications and things of that nature. But just the fact that you get to go to Vegas alone, if you're able to take advantage of the Hilton Honor points, if you qualify, and then you don't have to pay for your ticket, and then you might win some extra stuff. Like, this is just some of the things that we're talking about, but we have a lot more in store. Please definitely let us know if that's something you're interested. Put a 1 in the chat so we can know. But that's what I wanted to talk about. Now we can ask questions if you guys have questions for Lori.
I've been monitoring the chat while you were talking, Jay. So I'm going to answer those quick, and then I see hands are up. So I'm happy to answer any questions. Beth Elliott asked if it was available to surviving spouses of retired who died of service-related disabilities. The answer to that is yes, but it would have to be from one of the states that does award points for spouses. But again, connect with me through the email address that I listed below. If you can certainly email me, and if you let me know where you live, and then I can get into more details and we can figure this out together. So, but yes, the answer to that would be yes. Let's see. Oh, Becca got the points. Good. I'm glad to hear that, Becca.
Awesome.
Are the points sent all at once in 100,000 lump sum? It can be broken up into smaller amounts as well. Most people request 100,000 points. That's called needs-based in this program. But you can receive up to a total of 100,000 points. So you could request 20,000 your first time. That would leave you another 80,000 to go on. Most people don't do that, just because most people are traveling and maybe they need 2 or 3 nights, and that's what they need the Hilton the full 100,000. But you can do it either way. It's just the total. Yeah, and I want to stress it is not just for transitioning service members. Veterans are also eligible. And I put an email address in the chat HiltonHonors@NASWA.org. That's just our main mailbox. I monitor that. So when you send a request in there, the person who's going to be answering you is me. So now you've met me, heard me coughing and blowing my nose. So how much more personal could it get, right? So send your request to HiltonHonors@NASWA.org.
And then also, if you're signing up for our program, the email is listed in there specifically. When you apply, you'll see just her email to respond. Make sure you check your spam folder, but it'll be in there so that it'll say the step is pretty much contact Lori to make sure you get your points. You'll get an application, you fill out that application, and then you send it back to her. She'll do her magic and let you know where you're going, if you're eligible, and then you can go from there. Does that work for everybody?
Yeah, I was a little late, but where can I find the application here?
So the application, you have to email her. So we'll put her email out there so you can send her so you can get the application. But essentially, she's going to get bombarded with hopefully not 100, 500 people, but she's going to get a bunch of emails. So please give her a time. She's only one person that's working this, but she will get to you, figure out what state that you're connected to, and then coordinate from there. We have a few questions. Koa, you have a question?
Yes, sir. So, my question is in regards to the next day, where we have like a FaceTime with, potential employers. It might sound like a silly question, but right now I'm in school and I won't be done with my degree until like 2026.
Mm-hmm.
So would that day with the employer still be relevant to me?
Yes, absolutely. Right? Because you're talking to employers and understanding what their requirement is. The biggest thing about finding a job or landing a job opportunity is by you getting hired, what problem are they solving? And so if you are trying to figure out, I'm going down this path, I got this degree that I'm working on, and I'm talking to this employer, what type of opportunities you have available when they list them? These are the things that we're kind of focusing on. This is what we're talking about. You can kind of, tailor your direction to certain industries based off the conversation that you're having. Like I said, this is going to be, I don't want to say a madhouse, but this is going to be a lot of energy. If you've never been to the MIC before, let's just say it changed my life. I went to the MIC in 2020, and I have a group of friends that are all doing successful businesses. We've connected together at the MIC, didn't know each other prior to that. I actually went to the MIC solo, and like I said, it changed my life. The MIC is a great opportunity to connect with others, especially the support there. The support for the military, it's done right. And that's the reason why we're working and partnering with the MIC to be able to do this, to provide this opportunity, because we really want to make a difference on people. Not just say it, but show it. So good question. Lori, you have a question?
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Jay, thank you so much for putting this on. Lori Adams, my question for you is, I'm currently a DBOP in the state of Texas, so I receive your emails that you send out to all the DBOPs.
Yes,
You are a busy lady, and I appreciate your time in coming in to talk about the Hilton Honors Program. My question is, say for instance, I'm currently employed, but I'm open to other opportunities, like I'm looking to move my career. Would I be able to apply for the Hilton Honors Program?
Is anyone else? Did that just cut out or?
No,
Okay,
that was the end of my question. Maybe I should have.
I don't know. Somehow somebody else muted me.
Oh,
So Lori, I hope you can hear me.
yes.
I can hear you now.
I'm talking to another Lori. The answer to your question was you have, if you're currently employed and you're looking for a new opportunity or you just want a new job, the answer is yes. You can still get Hilton points. You do not have to be unemployed. You can be underemployed. You can be employed. You can be, just looking for a new job. You're transitioning out. You can still get points. So that's a really great question. Thank you for asking that. It's good to see your name. I saw that right away. I recognize you from, we email each other pretty frequently. I'm seeing a few other questions in the chat.
Ma'am.
Don't mind me trying to address those. One person asked, how long does it take to get the points once you apply? Hilton turns this around really fast. So assuming that it's a typical day, you could get them within 24 to 48 hours upon the time that you apply for the points. Now, there are times it takes a little longer. Sometimes it's because we need a little more information, or the person that we're trying to connect with happens to be out of the office. I was out of the office all last week at a conference, so I'm a little bit behind on catching up with my request, but typically 24 to 48 hours. And somebody asked, you didn't see Rhode Island. Rhode Island is not one of the states that is participating. Someone asked about if they could see the eligibility criteria for the different states. I'm sorry, I cannot share that. Each state has their own eligibility criteria, and I could be on this call the rest of the day trying to explain why Texas does it one way and why Iowa does it another. So we'll just manage, just reach out to me, and I will, if you're not living in a state, I might ask you a few other questions based upon the information you provide to get you connected with a state that can assist you.
And Laurie, correct me if I'm wrong. If they're not listed, let's say it was Rhode Island that doesn't have a state, but they do want to attend the MIC event in Las Vegas, you will connect them with the person in Las Vegas.
No, that person cannot help them. That's a good question. No, I would not connect them with the person in Nevada, because Nevada's policies may not allow her to assist them if they're not planning on staying in Nevada. I would connect them with another state. There are a few states that will assist potentially eligible persons regardless of where they live. So that's who I would connect them. So say that person, and I'm just gonna make up a name of a state, but say the person in Rhode Island wants to go to Nevada. Nevada, they're not planning on, they want to go stay in Rhode Island. And I would then try to connect them with this other state who would be able to give them the points. That other state would not require them to move there or live there. They are just willing to help people regardless of where they live. Not all of the states are that generous, but there are a few who are. I know who they are.
Okay.
I don't want to burden them by giving their names out, because that's, they're just doing that because they're
To help out.
they help out. They want to help the veterans, same as I do.
We have a question from Arthur. Arthur or Edward?
Sorry, Arthur. If you already have Hilton, good afternoon, everybody. If you already have Hilton Honors points, the points that you might get from the program, is it added to, or is it separate? Will it show in your account as separate? Because I'm a Hilton Honors member for a while, so I just want to know, will I just see a lump sum inclusive of the points that I already have, or will it be separate when I book a hotel?
They're just added to your existing account.
Okay.
So yeah, if you have 50,000 points in there already, you're going to get those added to your account. You'll have 150,000 points to use however you want to use them. So if you already have an account, you don't need to get a new one.
Right.
Points will just go to your existing account. That's a great question.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And then we have our last question from Edward, then we have to switch over. Edward, what you have?
Yep. Hi. Question. So if we apply for the 100,000 points and it's only good for roughly 2 to 3 nights, will that, isn't that the entirety of the MIC?
It is.
So it is? Okay. All right. I just wanted to be sure, because I didn't want to go over there, try to maybe stay for the 4th night and then have to pay out of pocket, or trying to think logistically here.
No, yeah, the MIC is only covered from the 7th to the 10th. So if you look at it, you will arrive on the 7th in the morning, right? You'll spend a night on the 7th and the 8th, and then the 9th, and then the 10th you will leave, right? And so, because you're not spending the whole night there. And so you'll have to just either drive out or fly out. Then that's what I'm doing. So, yeah.
And
okay, thank you.
to clarify for Edward, if you do stay somewhere that exceeds, the 100,000 points, you are out of pocket on any of the, the balance at the hotel. It does not cover like room service or parking or laundry or anything like that. It is only good for the actual hotel night.
And we tell you the specific hotel that actually falls within it, because there's over like 20 something hotels in Las Vegas, but there's only one or two that will get you right into the range. And we say, use these two hotels. And just to be 100% upfront, the reason why we're pushing people to get it, because they only have 25% capacity right now. Like they're only 25%. So as we're pushing this out, it's going to get full. And once it gets full, then the points you're probably going to have to look for a higher hotel. We don't want you to do that. And so if you can, definitely make sure you sign up as soon as possible. Just really quick in the chat, if you're thinking about attending the MIC or you're going to attend the MIC, put a 2 in the chat.
Hey, there's a good question in the chat I really want to answer.
Awesome.
How does state eligibility work for someone whose home of record is different than the state they're currently living in? If you have a home of record that's different, put that in your request when you email me at the Hilton Honors account, because I'll look at both of those to use when determining who to connect you with. The point is, I'm just trying to get you connected with a state that can offer you the points. So that's why, the more information you can give me about where you live or what your home of record is, or if you're in Japan, but you're coming back, CONUS, are you, where you planning on landing? If you don't know, say so, and that way I can still work with you. We may have a little bit of back and forth while I'm trying to figure out where you're going to be landing at, and so that I can get you connected with the right state.
So I want to thank you, Lori, for jumping on and doing this. I know we were supposed to only do a few minutes, but thank you that is the person behind the whole Hilton Honors Points. And she really does care. And when we first talked about this, we was like, we're going to have like a lot of people signing up, and that's going to be overwhelming. And Lori's like, nope, I got it. Doesn't matter. Send them. So for people that are passionate about their job and really care, thank you so much, Lori, for supporting the military community and everything that you do. So make sure that you pay close attention to the information. If you're signing up for the MIC, we'll walk you through the process as well. If you're going to another event, just make sure you know what she says. You can watch this. This is streaming on all of our social media channels, so you can look at it again, just in case you have any other questions. But thank you so much. AB, you got it.
Hey, 1 second here. Thank you, Lori. If everybody will stop typing for a second, so we pause the chat for a second here. I'm gonna put her email address in the chat again for all the people who did not scroll back up to the many times that I posted it. Go ahead and grab a screenshot if you're on your cell phone or whatever. If you can, to help yourself, when you email this lady, as you heard, she's only one person getting all of this onslaught of emails. Try to provide as much information as you can. Think about it when you receive the email, what information that you need to share with her, the details, where you are, where you want to be, what you want to do, what's the purpose, so she could help you best as she can. Imagine receiving 5, 6, 10,000 emails in a week. Please help her to help you. Okay, get your email, get your information, get your points. Be diligent about following the steps. I was sharing, myself and Annabelle, we shared the page to the MIC that is associated with Act Now. If you plan on signing up, be diligent about it. And as you heard from Jay, the hotel is filling up. The venue might not fill up because it's Vegas, so I'm sure they're gonna accommodate, but the hotel is filling up. I'm sure the planes will be filling up as well, because there's always conferences. So try to plan strategically and help yourself and be serious about it. If you're gonna commit to it, you pay the $119, and once you get to Vegas, you will get reimbursed the $119 to ensure commitment. But then when you show up with a nice resume, a nice suit, ready for your potential interview, because you never know if the person you're talking to at that place is an employer ready to hire right then and there. Be diligent about it. On the page also, Jay has shown a calendar of events leading up to the MIC that you might be targeted on. Eventually, once you sign up and everybody, get the emails, you'll be pinged for that. Please try to attend, take advantage of it, get ready for it. Or when you show up, you know what to interview for, how to do your elevator pitch, how to present your experience, so on and so forth. All right. Basically, like the axiom says, help us help you. Okay. It's your job to find yourself a job. It's our job, Jay and the team and everybody else, to help you present the opportunities. Those guys are showing up over there between, like, some of the people that you saw over there, Ray, Domingo, Samantha, and others in the MIC community. They will show up over there to put on panels. There will be hiring managers and employers that are showing up looking for talent. Make it easy for them to find you. All right. And then we'll close in the panel here on Lori and the MIC for now. Michael Hine is with us here, as well as Melissa Hine. I appreciate your patience being with us. We didn't anticipate being taking so long, but because this is an important event and you guys are also dealing with jobs for our community, we are 500 plus people now still here. Awesome. We have Michael Hine with us today, and his better half, as he said, Melissa. They're with an awesome outfit, a nonprofit called Vet Jobs. Okay, they do good in that space as well, where they have their own staff that can help you, transition service members and veterans and military spouses, look for jobs, find jobs, get your resume ready, and basically support with referrals and whatnot. So without further ado, Michael is also a veteran, retired Army guy, okay? And so he knows the deal, he walked the walk, and their organization is there to support you, the military community. Without further ado, Michael, do you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. How's everybody doing today? That was great information shared. That's information I didn't know about from Hilton. So this is always a great place. Every Saturday you can come here and learn great information, a lot of information that you probably haven't heard anywhere else. I believe my wife is somewhere in this. She should be sharing her screen and explaining some of the services that we have to offer. I want this to be engaging. Please, so as we ask questions, please, somebody raise their hand up, willing to answer the question. Like you said, I'm ex-Army. I do not want to PowerPoint to death.
Hey.
One second.
Hey.
All right.
You like it?
Yes, we love Vet Jobs.
Yes, we like it. Melissa, are you here?
I am. You're talking, so I was letting you talk.
Well, I'll let my better half talk a little bit, and I'll interject every once in a while, like she knows I always do, to kind of keep the flow going. So if you want to share your screen.
Oh, I didn't know I was sharing my screen.
Okay, well, we can forego that. That's all right. Or while you find it, you can do it. Or you can just talk, whichever one you want to do.
I'm going to talk.
All right, there you go.
Hi, everybody. I am Melissa Hine. I am the Director of Team Production and Compliance here at Vet Jobs and Military Spouse Jobs. So I oversee the division that houses our Recruiter Connect specialists who work with companies, hand in hand. We post the jobs for them. We have a point of contact at the company. We can get your resume in front of those point of contacts. And the division also houses our career specialists, which are the individuals who are going to help you with your career readiness, career progression, and eventually job placement assistance. So they'll help you with your resume, your LinkedIn profile, interview prep, your job search strategies, help you think outside the box. And they'll also refer you over to our awesome training team, which my better half is part of, where they have resume training, LinkedIn training, everything I just said. They have some really great, awesome trainings over there, as well as credentialing and certifications. We have been around since 2004. All of us are virtual, and all of us are military spouses, veterans, or retirees. So everybody in the company knows the walk. They've walked the walk. They know all the challenges that come with, searching for jobs, and they're all here to help y'all find a job. I know a lot of people think we are a staffing agency or headhunters. That's not what we do. We're here to get you job ready and help you find that job. Am I missing anything, Michael?
So everybody's at different areas and what they're doing. So if you are wanting, or you're just at the resume part of looking for a job, if you could throw up a 1. If you're at the point of you are looking to improve your LinkedIn profile, you can throw a 2 up in chat. If you're looking for just job assistance and looking for different jobs, you can throw a 3 up there. I'm sure you're going to see a lot of different people at different areas in it. And what we do is we meet you to where you are. So typically when a person comes in, they say, hey, I want assistance, right? We connect you with a career specialist, and that career specialist is going to do an actual one-on-one with you. They're going to say, okay, what is it that you're looking for? What is it you're needing? Some people may be like me, right? When I was getting out of the Army, my wife kept asking me, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? I said, I didn't know. Right. So she said, well, all right, find something that interests you. So I found something that interests me. A lot of people get confused, and Jay probably can say this too, working in this kind of field. A lot of times people are like, well, I did this in the Army. That's all I can do. Right. So we try to break that from your mindset. So we say, okay, well, me, I did as a combat engineer. I blew stuff up. I built stuff, all those wonderful things. I ran recruiting centers and things like that. So when I found my first job, it actually was an intel analyst for the state of Tennessee. I was like, well, I wasn't military intelligence in the Army, therefore I'm not going to qualify for it. But my wife was able to take the information that she knew I had done in the Army, translate it over, and I was able to get that job. So just take a moment, and think outside the box, because there's a lot of things that a lot of people are qualified for that you just don't realize you're qualified for. So our career specialist will help you with that. We have resume classes, live training classes that you're able to go to. I will throw this up. I like to share screen. Oh, can you let me share screen?
There you
Possible.
go. Yeah, we got you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right.
One thing that I totally forgot to tell you, we are absolutely free. Any military affiliated individual that comes to us, we provide our service at no charge to the individual, totally free. And we assist veterans, retirees, transition to the military spouses, college age dependents of military age 26 and under. We also
Can you say that one more time, because I probably went over some people's heads. One more time. Just
sorry,
that last part.
I talk really fast when I get excited. Talking about vet jobs gets me excited. So we do assist veterans, transition to military, retirees, military spouses, college age dependents of military members age 26 and under with a valid military ID. We assist caregivers of war wounded military members, widows and widowers, and we also assist ROTC cadets in universities all over the U.S., Guam, and Puerto Rico of military members age 26 and under with a valid military ID. We assist
Yes.
caregivers of war wounded military members, widows and widowers,
Did I
and
lose
we
people?
also assist ROTC
No, you're
cadets.
good with us.
Oh,
You're good.
okay. All right. It got real quiet. Can everybody see my screen?
No.
Nope.
Oh,
Oh, all right. What is going on here? Let me try it one more time. There we go. It's not good. Zoom is saying, Zoom is fighting me. Okay. All right. So, wow. Okay. This is going to be, give me a second here. So while your career specialist is helping you with those different things, if they're telling you, hey, you might need help with your resume, they will help you. They will help you target your resume, and they will not write your resume. I will tell you that. They're not there to write your resume. They're there to help you and assist you. So they can go over it with you. They'll send it back to you. You can make the changes to it. They'll help you with those different things and get you connected that way. And it's, wow, the screen, is people seeing my screen or not still?
No.
No.
They can see your computer.
Yeah, it is not. Give me one moment. Melissa, you want to talk while I fix this?
Well,
Absolutely.
hold on one second, Melissa. For those who are on the different channels, yes, we are monitoring them. I know we're on like 5 different Facebook channels and LinkedIn, so please bear with us. We are a small team, like I said, team of volunteers. So we will definitely get you the links that you're looking for. So if you are not receiving those links, I posted most of them in most of the channels. So please bear with us. We may not be technically savvy, but I could tell you where you could find some resources. So that's what.
All right.
Go ahead.
And then just for anybody listening on other channels other than Zoom, eventually once we finish, even if you did not receive it now, we're gonna post the link for the Hilton Honors in the Facebook page, the Facebook group later. And as Jane mentioned, if you were to sign up to the MIC, you will get an email telling you about the steps for the Hilton Honors as well. It's going to be a comprehensive email with that information. If those people with us on the Zoom are able to see it on the chat, just scroll up or let us know. But then later on, eventually we'll post that on the Facebook group as well. Michael, we can see your screen right now as well. We can see your
All
screen.
right, great. So there's a lot of different things. I'm a big person on showing people. I hate it when somebody says, hey, go to this website. And then notoriously what ends up happening is, one, you spend an hour trying to figure out what it is you're looking for, and you kind of get frustrated. So there's different things that we have. Under training, if you go under our training, here, you'll go down here, you'll go down through here, and we have lots of different trainings that are available to you. We have live trainings, everything like that. Let me get rid of this right here on the side. Zoom is just wanting to fight me today, huh? All righty. So we have live virtual trainings that you can attend. All you have to do is go here, and just like Melissa said, job search, resume, LinkedIn 101. If you want help with your cover letters, targeted resume assessments, obviously all you can read that. You can see this, you can go there, and then you can actually just click on the live calendar. In a sense right here, it's telling you the upcoming trainings that are there. If it's interview prep, if it's a federal resume, applicant process. So we do help with federal resumes. We help with civilian resumes, all the different types of resumes we actually help with. So again, it's pretty quick, pretty easy, and pretty simple to go through. If you're looking for jobs, we have job boards that you can go onto. You go to search for jobs. And then as you go down into this, you will see where we have what's called a Recruiter Connect job, just like Melissa said. So there's companies that are out there that have contacted us and said, we want veterans. How do we get them? So these Recruiter Connects will actually work with the company. And if you go into the view jobs into here, you can go into here. And it will show you there's 2,488 jobs. So you can go through here and be able to look through them and be able to find the different ones. As you go into it, you can obviously see, hey, this is the position, this is the responsibilities. So it's basically telling you what you have to have in your resume in order to do that, if you so wish. So that's just an example of that job board that you're able to do and being able to use. This is the big one that a lot of people use. It says 3.5. It goes up and down daily because this is a national job board. So you're able to go into that. I'll show you that in a minute. Then we actually have work from home jobs down here towards the bottom left-hand corner where it's all remote work. So if you're somebody who has children and you can't leave the house, or you want to find some side income or whatever the case is, this is a great place to go to. And then positions within vet jobs and military spouse job positions. The big one is here. And I tell a lot of people to go here. You can go here and you can filter by military title. You can filter even by country. So yes, as you see, there's Germany. There's actually 18,900 jobs there in Germany. Go by state, by city, and you can filter it however you want to, by title, by whatever the case is. So again, this is a great resource that you're able to go to, zero in as much as you want to. When you say city, you can zero it in, and within a city, it will actually give you the suburbs of where it's at. So it's a really good resource that you're able to do and be able to go through. You can sit there and talk to your career specialist and say, hey, I was interested in doing this job. And then they can look on it with you and help you target your resume to that specific job. You can do this as many times as you want to. You do not have a one and done. You guys, again, can use this for your lifetime. So as you're going through, make sure that you have that understanding that you're able to continuously use these in different things. I will tell you, it does not matter where you're actually getting your jobs from. If it's Indeed, like me, my birthday's tomorrow, so we'll probably go to Texas Roadhouse. And if there is a opportunity there that you see posted on the high-speed digital ads, we'll help you for that job also. So there's lots of opportunities in which you're able to do.
One thing to keep in mind, though, is our Recruiter Connect job board is the job that our Recruiter Connect specialists have that point of contact at. We do not have a point of contact at the big job board that Michael just showed you. Those just allows you to find more job opportunities. So I just want to let y'all know that.
So did you guys want to go to some questions?
Just quick question.
Right.
A quick question here for Michael from a shy attendee. For those jobs that you mentioned overseas, are those like DoD jobs, contractor jobs, or just for local employers that might require like a work visa or something like that over there?
They're a mixture. So just you have to go down and cycle through them and do that. So there's a mixture of them.
Okay, awesome. Faith, you have a question?
Yeah, I wanted to ask, how do I get in contact, assign the resume specialist? Is that how you guys describe that?
A career specialist.
Yeah, career specialist, so they can help me tailor my resume to a specific job that I will want to apply for.
So all you have to do is go in and register for our services, and somebody will reach out to you and find out what it is that you're wanting.
Okay.
Just make sure that when we email you, again, keep a lookout. They should email you, they should call you, and they should text you. I will tell you, a lot of times, sometimes our emails go to spam, so check your spam, because normally nobody ever does. I know I don't ever. Two, if it's from a phone number that you don't recognize, typically people don't answer. So we should be leaving a voicemail for you so you know, because they usually use Google to call. So again, those are the three.
How do I apply? Where's the website?
It's vetjobs.org.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And
Next question.
Housejobs.org.
Okay.
And the next question, I guess Hearns it.
It's Hearns. Hey, Michael and Melissa. I just want to say that I already signed up with the program, and for the person that just asked, yeah, they work pretty fast with the resumes, and their feedback is right away. So yes, it's a good program.
Thank you, Hearns. Thanks. So we again, everybody's at different levels. We meet at people at different levels. We understand. Oh, Sally has a question. Do you want to go ahead and ask Sally?
I'll wait. I'm not in a rush. Sorry.
Yeah, please feel free. If anyone has questions, this is what this is here for. Like, this is here for you guys to ask questions. So don't wait. opportunity.
So we are
Take it.
we are at the end over here. So go ahead and raise your hand. Raise your hand to ask questions, or feel free to post in the chat. But go ahead and ask questions right now. This is the Q&A portion.
Okay,
Tally, go ahead,
so
please. Go ahead.
I'm a student and I got 4 more classes to take. Should I just like wait until the end before I use the service with the
No,
resume assistant?
no, I always encourage people to always be using our services because you're learning things as you're going along. You don't want to wait till you're ready to apply for a job to like, okay, how do you do an interview? Or, I want my LinkedIn to be up to date, right? So you can do all those different things and engaging us to make sure so that, you're ahead of the time. And depending on what you're going for, a lot of people don't realize if you're going for a degree or you're getting a certification or whatever the case is, you can always put in your application, your resume, I will get my, degree or certification on such and such date so that they know that you're doing it and you're doing that. So then again, you can apply for jobs and actually have a job, upon graduation or certification or whatever the case is.
Thank you. And another quick question. Can I ask a question about the conference or should I just put it in chat?
No, go ahead.
I want to volunteer. Is that possible?
Yeah, when you touch down, you can get in contact with us and we can work that.
Okay then. Thanks.
Hey, can I volunteer too?
If you guys show up to the conference, we'll have a process for that. But yes.
All right.
Oh, Katie, you got a question?
Yeah, so I apologize if this was already said, but so vet jobs is for vets, and then it's like I'm a military spouse, so I go to the mil spouse page instead, or can I get to the mil spouse page through vetjobs.org?
You can use vet jobs. It doesn't matter because it will ask you the question, what are you? And you can always just put down military spouse. It does not matter. You'll
Okay.
still work with the same people. Yeah. So again, it's military, it's active, it's reserve, it's guard, it's retirees, it's veterans, it's spouses, it's the dependents up to 26, caregivers, widowers, all of those. Anybody that's military affiliated, we will help with. And again, you can use it for lifetime.
Okay, wonderful. And then the job boards are obviously, so like the mil spouse page is tailored to the military spouses more, or they're like same?
Same.
Okay.
That's why I always tell you to go. The big difference is the remote one, because obviously they're solid remote. Then the big job board that I showed you, and then obviously the other one too with the Recruiter Connect. So, okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
No problem. Austin, you had a question?
Yeah, thanks. Hey, Michael, and thanks everyone else for being on the call. I got recommendation for this program through a friend of mine who's a Marine veteran, and he had great utilization he was able to get sponsorship for a PMP certification. And in talking to him, I was like, that is definitely something that would help in my career path and in my career pursuits. Is that something that is still offered?
That is definitely so. We're talking specifically about the Vet Jobs opportunity, but that is definitely something that Act Now Education is a resource is going through. So like our cohorts, we'll talk about that afterwards, and we'll talk about actually we're going to be giving away certifications at the MIC as well. So we'll talk about that a little bit later, but this is specifically aimed to for Vet Jobs right now.
Okay, great. Thanks.
All right.
Okay. The next question from the next person.
Sumi.
Hi, thank you so much for today information session. I guess my question is, right now I need flexibility because of my kid and his appointments, and I'm not able to do like a 9-to-5 job. And I'm wondering if Vet Jobs has like remote opportunities that could help me with that, where I'm able to get the work done, but it doesn't require you to be at your desk from 9 to 5.
Yes. So again, that's something when you'll go in and you register, that's something you'll communicate with your career specialist, and your career specialist will help you with the remote jobs and being able to do that. Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you.
And Chris, you had a question?
Yeah, I do. I'm sorry I was late. My Wi-Fi crapped itself. But so how do I do Coursera? That's
Okay.
That will
my
be
question.
after. Oh wait, well, yes,
We do.
we have. He's. I guess he's using it for us. But go ahead, Michael. I'll let you talk about your
All
Coursera
right,
program.
sorry about it. So you're gonna find, right? You're gonna find, and they'll attest to this. Act Now will attest to this, that there's so many resources out there for you to use, and a lot of them will overlap, right? So we allow you to use Coursera, they allow you to use Coursera. Coursera is a great thing, and actually I have it somewhere up here on my thing to pull up because I like to show those kinds of things because to me it's a big deal, right? Um, so and Jay will say if this is right for him or not too. I don't know how it is, but with Coursera, so there's two things that we offer access to. One's Coursera and one's Skills Build. So in Coursera, I like to show you can go in Coursera with us. This is how it comes up. It's vet jobs. That means anything that you use
Michael,
in
if you're sharing
Coursera.
your screen, we can't see it.
Oh, what? Oh, we lost it? Yeah. All right. Well, let me share screen again. Sorry about that. There we go. All right. So in Coursera, they have lots of different things that you're able to use.
Michael, you're like half of your screen. There you go.
There we go. There we go. Sorry about that. I've got so many different things popped up. So in Coursera, with us, there's probably looks the same kind of with them. It has vet jobs. So everything that you use with us with Coursera, that's vet jobs you don't pay for. So I just did example. A lot of people are wanting Google certificates. So you can go in and say grow with Google. You can say, I'm looking how I can get a professional certification through it. And then you can go down and you can, you can go up. Sorry. You can go up and you can see where like, boom, I can go through and get Google cybersecurity. It's a beginner professional certificate for it. Same with Google data analytics. There's project manager, tons of different things that are on here that you're able to do. And I keep moving this around. So here we go. There we go. So there's Google IT support. There's a lot of different things in here that you're able to do. And to me, it's really important that you're in here doing this. If this is the kind of things that you're able or interested in, if you're interested in Melissa, help me out, the HCRI, is that right? I never say that right. Sorry.
You talking about HRCI?
HRCI. There you go. I don't know why I have a brain dump today. So you can actually go in Google and it's there and you can get it for free. You don't have to pay for it. So there's lots of things in Coursera. It doesn't matter if you use it through us. It doesn't matter if you use it through Act Now. It really doesn't matter. I just want you all aware that there's lots of things in here that you're able to do for free that other people will tell you that you have to pay for. And again, you can use this as much as you want to for as many different certifications as you want to too. It does not matter. So that's one. Go ahead.
Yeah, one caveat I would say: do not sign up for both. If you are signing up for them, because it doesn't transfer over, and so make sure that if you go to Vet Jobs and you use their Coursera, use it for a year. Great. If you come to Act Now Education and want to use the Coursera again, use it for the next year. But those two accounts won't be joined together. They'll be separate accounts, just so you know.
Yep, correct. And that's a big deal because sometimes people are like, I had a certification, I don't find it now. Well, because you're logged in a different one, so it's not going to match. So that's one of the things that you're able to use and be able to do. So again, to me, it's a great thing that you're able to use. So the next thing that you're able to use too with us is Skills Build, and let me find that under all my stuff. So Skills Build is a lot like Coursera, same kind of thing. You can go in and you can find lots of different free courses that you're able to go through. Again, use it for all of what it's there for. So I just pulled up a basic thing. So you're able to go through, you're able to get cybersecurity fundamentals and badge. What the badge means is you're able to put that on your actual LinkedIn account so people can see that. Again, lots of different things, data fundamentals, AI, lots of different things there that you're able to do if it's something that interests you. I just support it because IT is such a big world. A lot of people don't know what they want to do. This is a quick way to go in, knock something out, and see if it's something that really truly interests you or not. So
what was that called again?
Skills Build.
Skills build.
Right.
Thank
And
you.
then we talk about other different things outside of IT that may interest you. So we have different companies that contact me and are like, hey, we need people, we want veterans, whatever the case is. So again, outside of that, so Kia has an opportunity where if you're a military veteran and you've worked in any kind of thing that deals with mechanicking, if it's AC, if it's an actual mechanic or whatever the case is, Kia dealerships are killing for you guys. So they have an apprenticeship program in which you're in for a year. They will contact the Kia dealership next to wherever you live. They'll process you. They'll go through, doing an interview with you. If they find you right, what they'll do is you'll go in, you'll learn mechanicking with Kia for 3 months. You'll actually go to their school for a month where they teach you about the whole new electric vehicles and hybrids and everything like that. You'll come back, and once you complete your time, doing the different maintenance on different vehicles, you can actually be a certified mechanic, master certified mechanic, and they pay approximately $30 an hour. So if there's another thing that's out there. So a lot of people it's kind of talked about, but not kind of talked about, is that right now they I gotta rotate it. They have a company that is basically, the Navy went and said, look, we need so many subs to be built within so many years. Obviously, a sub isn't built all in one location. It's built in different locations. So what they're trying to do, basically, give me a second here. And they're going to do this for each one. What they're trying to do is get people to come and help build these subs. So what they're offering is a chance for you to go through a schooling. This actually is anybody who's 18 and above and has a high school diploma. You can actually they'll actually pay. Again, I don't talk about anything that you're going to come out of pocket with, but they will come through and they can go through. They'll pay for you to go to their training place, go through their schooling. You'll have boarding. So if you're married, your spouse can actually go with you. So if you know a veteran that is struggling to find a job, they can actually go here. They'll actually have a place that they have a roof over their head. They provide transportation to and from the training. So if the veteran doesn't even have a vehicle, they'll be able to take the bus to the schooling and be able to do that. And they'll walk out with the different certifications.
And this is not only for veterans, you said, right? It's also for
correct.
Okay.
Correct. They're looking for anybody. So, but I just still share it regardless, because there's so many veterans out there. But they're looking for anybody that's over the age of 18. So if you have dependents that are sitting around the house that are above 18 and they have a high school diploma, this is a great way that they can actually go into and be able to get these different things. The only thing that they want you to make you aware of is that, again, they have certain companies that work with this. So as they're working with those different companies, obviously you may have to relocate to where that is. And I'll just flip this over so people can see it. Again, if you have questions about this, just contact us and ask us and we'll be able to tell you. But the stars are where they build all those different parts that they're talking about that you would be working on with the knowledge there.
It looks like Hawaii is one of them.
Yep. So again, it's a great program to get into. Most people will have a heartache is just they have to move. But if you're needing a job and you don't really have other real choices, and I'm not saying this is the last choice, but this is a great way to get into this field and be able to get these certifications again free of charge. So there's lots of different things out there you can do. They offer the PMP, like Jay said. There's another one. This is offered. It's a CPO. We can give you the voucher for that. You can attend it. It's 2-hour sessions in the evening. There's 12 of them.
Sorry, Mike, is this one free? Because we typically we don't 100% free. There's no cost.
100% free, no cost whatsoever.
Okay.
Then they can do this too with yours also with what you offer. So again, this is completely free of charge. We provide the voucher for you to be able to go through this.
Okay.
So for everybody here posting or DMing or anything, Michael is sharing some of his resources. So for you guys to take advantage of this from them, contact Michael, get on vetjobs.org, set up your account. A member of his team will work with you to understand your needs, to see how they can benefit you. You let them know about resume search, resume writing, LinkedIn optimization, job search, whatever, all this training that's available from them as well. You just have to understand what you want, what you need, and convey it to them. Okay. The only thing that I will share, and again, we say that most of the time, know your bandwidth. If you're going to commit to something, commit with 1 or 2 people as far as what your schedule can handle, your family obligations can handle. Don't sign up for everything under the sun just because it's free. Free does not mean cheap. Okay? Do not devalue it just because we're saying that it is free to you, the veteran or the military spouse or the transition service member. Please do not just sign up for it and just leave it as a bookmark in your browser or an email in your inbox and come back 5 months later and say, hey, I had an account with you and it's deactivated. And no, take advantage of all this stuff here. Thank you so much. Okay, Michael and his team are available. Melissa is running a good show at Vet Jobs and Military Spouse Jobs. They're here for you guys. Take advantage of their team and go on the website and check out the live calendar for that training to optimize your LinkedIn, to do your resume. Don't expect them to write it for you. They will write it with you. Right, Michael?
Yes, yes. A lot of people are confused by that. We won't write it for you, but we'll assist you in that. We'll assist you in the federal resume too. You know, a lot of people don't realize when you do your resumes, you know, a human doesn't look at your resume, right? They don't. They just shove it through an applicant tracking system, and that feeds out. And if you're not a certain percentage, nobody will ever look at your resume. So all of our career specialists, they have that applications and software in which they run it through to make sure that it's there. You know, and you learn a lot of different things. You know, they will probably tell you too at Act Now, a lot of people that are going in and they're going through a lot of these IT courses because a lot of people are new to it or whatever the case is. You know, people, I will tell you, you know, they use Chat GTP out there to help them understand those. So there's lots of information that's out there that, you know, shared amongst the community. You know, take that little bit of information that everybody gets you so that way you can get a step further, because that's what we're about, helping you guys get to your next level of what it is that you want to do. And to me, that's key. You know, I'm passionate about it, and that, yeah, I'll let you talk on her. So, but yeah.
No, it's absolutely true, man. Thank you so much for this. No, again, as we say every week. So for everybody who is here the first time, for the first time, we're here every week at 1 p.m. Eastern. Okay, we try to share some information. Sometimes, most of the time, we try to convey to make it at 1 hour. But hey, Jay and I, we run the show, so we try, as long as the information is beneficial, we'll let it ride as long as we can. We understand people's obligations outside of this. We appreciate everybody who is still with us an hour and a half into the Zoom. That is awesome. But again, what I'm trying to say, there's so many resources available to you as a veteran and as a military spouse, and some of it to your dependents as well. As they say, don't drown in this sea of goodwill. Take what you are able to attend, commit to it, and benefit from it. Okay? Like Vet Jobs is an awesome organization. I contacted them about 2 years ago. I worked with a lady. She went to another job, but I still get weekly emails about potential jobs. Okay, these guys stay with you for the long haul, and they might work with you today, next week, or 2 weeks from now, or next month. You'll find a job. A year from now, you decide to change a job. You can go back and avail yourself of their services. This is not a once and done type of opportunity. Vet Jobs is one of those organizations that can be your partner with, for the long haul, just like a beloved iPhone. You don't have to change it every 3 years or 5 years, no matter what Apple wants to make you do. But you can keep that iPhone for 5 years and longer. You can keep Vet Jobs for the long haul, right?
We all know you have an old iPhone now. Hey.
Oh yes, absolutely, man. You don't gotta have to drink the Kool-Aid from Tim Cook.
All right.
He's already got enough money. But
we're gonna
anyway,
drop
so the last
we're
thing.
gonna drop the live, so we can get into the other stuff.
1 second before you drop the live, because there was a bunch of questions in there also about PMP and everything else. I know we usually don't do this where we bring so many speakers and talk about so many things, but because we have the MEG and we want to make people benefit and become aware of it and lessen the financial burden of going to the MEG and everything like that. And then we invited Vet Jobs to talk. And last thing, because a lot of people always interested, always asking about PMP. I just, for 2 minutes, I'm gonna bring Tim. Are you still here?
Yep, I'm right here.
Okay, so
Tim was ready.
Tim is an active duty Army warrant, and this guy has a treasure trove of information as well. Wanted you guys to just like any self-respecting warrant, you never see them when you want them, but they're always there to help in the background. Okay.
Hey, easy with the bashing now. You say it like we're a warrant officer.
So
So Tim, he's got a lot of stuff in here. He's going to talk to you a little bit about PMP, and then we're going to close this part of the show and move on to the resources. Okay.
Hey, yep. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hey guys, Tim Corinder. So it's actually funny. Me and Honor, we actually connected. We were together at First Cav like back in 2016 when I was still a staff sergeant, and I was transitioning to become a warrant officer. So it was just kind of ironic. It was like, wait a minute. It was kind of like the Spider-Man, meme. We kind of knew each other. So anyways, I just passed PMP. And if you looked on the Facebook page, if you follow that roadmap, honestly, you can pass it. And I was TDY 3 times during that period of time from June until end of August. I created an app. It's called PMP Audio Study Guide because I'm an audio learner. I have to listen. But what I did was constantly listen into lessons and everything else. And it got me to the point because the thing with PMP, it's a very, very dry material. So unless you get into the PMI mindset, it's hard for you to pass the test. So what I've created was on the 27th, I am going to go through and pretty much cover everything unlocking. Let me move my QR code here. Pretty much going to be going over unlocking your project management potential. And I'm going to go through in depth and kind of explain everything and anything that you need to know, what you need to do in order to qualify, how the application process works. But the biggest thing is the exam tip in order to get where you need to be, because one of the resources that I used was PMI Study Hall, and I did probably about 1,500 questions before I got into the exam, and I got above target. I got above a target, passed, and I still had 40 minutes left. So it just kind of tells you, because I've talked to people on Reddit, they had it at about 10 minutes, 5 minutes left in the test. It's challenging. And so I'll go over that. But by all means, I have a guy right now I've been talking to just in the chat on LinkedIn. I'm an open book. I'm a network engineer by trade, but I know servers, I know cybersecurity. And then on top of that, like I said, I just got my PMP on the 4th. I landed a freelance job on LinkedIn. I'm sorry, on Upwork. So I have another class that I'm doing on the 30th to kind of explain. So for, military spouses, or even you guys that are active duty, I'm making more money right now on my freelance side job than I do in my Army paycheck. So they're out there. It's just how motivated you are and how confident you are in your ability. That's what I'm here for. So I'm grateful to be part of the team. I hope that I can contribute as much as I can, because I love to radiate information. That's a buzzword we use in the PMI world, is radiate information to your everybody in order for you to be a servant leader. So I'm here to help anybody. I'm also an instructor at the University of Louisville. I'm trying to get Honor on board because he has all the certifications in the world and he has all the knowledge in the world to be able to give that to you guys. So I'm excited. Like I said, just check out this here, and then come and join. And I'm going to have this also live streaming on the Facebook group. We're going to work that out, but I'm happy. I'm stoked to be here, guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tim. I appreciate your motivation, and you can feel the energy radiating through you. Okay, so you got to use these buzzwords. But in any case, so what I'm trying to share with you guys, our chat here is there for you guys to connect. You drop your LinkedIn and try to connect with like-minded individuals. As Jay and everybody else says, your network is your net worth. Don't wait till you graduate college or you transition out of the military or you PCS to a new place for you to create that network. Network with people, talk to some people from time to time. And if you do not have some meaningful connections with some of them, if you have 2,000 connections on your LinkedIn, guess what? They're just 2,000 strangers. But if you maintain communication with 10, 15, 20, you post regularly, you build your brand and connect with people, when you actually need it, you will find somebody who helps. Okay? Otherwise, you're just connecting with strangers, just like in the heydays of Facebook when they say I have 30,000 friends. Those are 30,000 strangers. Okay, enough said. Okay, team, what's up?
Yeah, one last thing too, and I was telling the gentleman, one thing that I do have also, the warrant officer community in the Army, it's like a mafia. So a lot of the CW5s that I know that are retired, they're in industries, Cisco, NetApp, all of them, they're not all at executive levels. Like my best friend, Jason Potter, he's an Intel executive. So we have connections and we have the talent in the military across all functions of force. So, if you qualify and you come talk to me and I can see your resume, I will get you to the right people. I've been to Soft Week. I went to TechNet Augusta. So like I said, I have right now, I have over 500 plus connections, but within the warrant officer Army community, we are a tight knit group. We're very small, but we pack a punch. And so, like I said, I'm here to help. I am an open book. You always see me on Facebook posting crazy posts about just anything and everything that has to do with IT, but I am here for your guys's, pleasure pretty much. So, all right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Tim. And I appreciate you making Annabelle smile. He hasn't smiled in a long time. So he's happy to find a fellow warrant here. Okay. Usually he's just stern. Okay. But it's all good, man. All right. So I appreciate this. And to that, we close this portion here. Jay, if you have one last thing to say, or do you have anything? You were saying something?
Well, no, I was just saying, yeah, it's about that time to cut the live. But I want to thank everyone for attending. If you're watching on the social media, different channels, definitely attend the MIC. I'm going to tell you this. Don't say I didn't give you a heads up. When we start rolling this out and putting our energy and our effort into this and bringing the folks that we're trying to bring there and do the things that we're trying to do, it's going to be well worth it. And it's not going to be something you want to miss. Like I said, all our energy and effort is lied into this. If you are familiar with our cohorts, or if you're familiar with the things that we've done in the past, all that is coming to bear at the MIC. And so definitely sign up. Costs you nothing, essentially. But for food, we're not going to pay for your food. You can pay for my food, but we're not going to pay for your food. So make sure you show up. And I want to thank the team for all the hard work that they put on it. Everything that you see is done by volunteers, people who say, I just want to help, and passionate about giving back. And so we look forward to seeing that. And then with that being said, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you in the group.
Yeah. For one question there, somebody was asking